It's Sunday and guess who's back? We're here to get it right. On every episode of Get It Right, we have different contestants who stand a chance of walking away with $5,000, but only if they get all 10 questions right. Each one of these candidates stands an equal opportunity of getting 5,000 kwacha, and they have 10 questions to answer. Each wrong answer given has a penalty of 500 kwacha. Today, we find out if our contender will walk away with 5,000 kwacha, because no one has ever done that. My name is Dingindaba Jonah Buyoya. Our guest tonight on Get It Right is Chizamsoka Mazunda. Let's find out a little bit about her. There you have it. Now that we know our contender tonight, let's meet her and see if she can get herself 5,000 kwacha. Welcome, Chizamusoka Mazunda. For this show, I'm going to have to call you Chiza.
Thank you, Jonah.
You can take a seat. Yeah, do a lot of people call you Chiza?
Yes, lots actually, because most of them don't know how to pronounce the full name, so Chiza is better.
How did I do?
Very well.
Very well, right? Great. Well, I've got a difficult name myself, so I know the struggle.
Oh yeah, and it's actually very disappointing when people don't pronounce the name properly, so Chiza is better.
Chiza. Yeah, I agree. I agree. 100. When you find somebody that can relate. Yeah. But welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jonah.
So we've got 5,000 kwacha for you. It's yours for the taking, and it's yours to lose. Do you think you're going to walk away with this money?
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
What do you think of the show so far? Do you think the questions are easy, or do you think that the questions are tough?
Sometimes they are hard, sometimes they're okay. Or maybe it's because I watch from home, I'm not there in the hot seat. So we'll see how it goes today.
So, Chiza, you stand a chance of walking away with 5,000 kwacha. I'm going to run you through the rules of the game, and then we begin. You have 10 questions. Each one of these questions is worth 500 kwacha to lose, because as we start, we're giving you 5,000 kwacha, and each wrong answer given reduces your tally by 500 kwacha. Okay. We get straight into it and find out. Are you ready for us to get into question number one?
Yes.
I'm just as ready as you are. Let's get into question number one on tonight's edition of Get It Right. This question is about wildlife. What percentage of the world's population of hippos is in Zambia? Do you know the correct answer to this, Chiza?
I think so.
Is it 10%? Is it 20%? Is it 30%? Or is it 40%?
I'll go with 20%.
With 20% of the world's population of hippos. What a rough way to start, because the correct answer is 40% of the world's population of hippos that is in Zambia. Not a good way to start, because you've already lost 500 kwacha.
Not a good way at all.
But the good thing is you still have 4,500 kwacha, and you've got to hold on to that amount of money. Can we move on to the next question? Yes. Let's go to the next and see if you hold on to 4,500 kwacha. And this is the next question on Get It Right. What is the name of Ukraine's current president? What is the name of Ukraine's current president? Is it A, Volodymyr Zelensky? Is it B, Viktor Yanukovych? Is it C, Vladimir Yanukovych? Is it D, Yulia Tymoshenko? Well, this is currently being talked about all around the globe, and I'm guessing it shouldn't be a very tough question now, should it? Is it A, B, C, or D?
A.
Volodymyr Zelensky?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Final answer. The current president of Ukraine is Volodymyr Zelensky. So we stay at 4,500 kwacha.
Okay.
It's getting steady now, isn't it?
I hope so.
Are the nerves going away, or we don't have that all together?
No.
We don't have that.
There's nothing. Yeah.
Then let's move straight to the next question. We find out if you can get question number 3 right. What is the condition in which a baby is born with one or more extra fingers called? What is the condition in which a baby is born with one or more extra fingers called? Is it polyclipping? Is it B, multifingerly? Is it C, polydactyly? Is it D, Sedders poly?
I'll go with C.
Go with C. That's very close to me because of the condition in which a baby is born with one or more extra fingers is called polydactyly. That is correct. That is correct. How on earth do you know this condition? Why do you know this?
I recently read about it. Somebody was talking about it on Twitter, I think.
That should have been me.
Ah, yeah, I actually read about it. So I was thinking, I don't know, yeah. I read about it recently, actually.
Recently, actually.
Yes.
Polydactyly. A lot of people have it, actually, but don't know what it's called. So far, we are at 4,500 kwacha. We've gotten 2 answers right and 1 wrong, but that's a pretty good tally this far into the game.
Yes.
Is it boosting your confidence?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
You consider yourself a very interesting person, and as you put it yourself, you don't wait to tell people what you think about them, even if it's the first time that you're meeting them.
No, I don't.
How does this make you when it comes to your relationship with people? Do they like you or dislike you more?
They dislike me a lot. People don't like to be told the truth, unfortunately. So you find that you tell somebody to say what you've done is wrong, or I don't like you because of what you said, or whatever. So they usually just keep away from me.
Do you tell them if you like them, though?
Yeah, I do. I once told somebody, I met them for the first time, I told them that I don't like you. Up to today when he meets me, he tells me to say, you the first time you told me you don't like me, so he keeps away from me.
Well, don't you think that's the right thing to do if somebody doesn't like you?
It is, but what I'm saying is people don't like to be told the truth, so yeah, it's up to them to take it or leave it.
It's up to them to take it or leave it. Let's talk a little bit about your specialty also. I know that you just finished your degree in public relations, and that simply means that you've got an expertise in communication and dealing with the public. Tell us about that and your interest in that.
Well, because one of my personalities or one of my strengths is like people. I like to meet people and like to hang out with people. So I figured if I do that in detail or I study that, it will actually help me to deal with people properly and correctly.
There's been a lot of, a lot of backlash towards some companies lately, without specific reference to any, quite a lot actually, when it comes to PR statements that are made.
Yes.
Every time you see that, do you look at the statement and you're like, you know what, I would have done a way better job at this?
Yeah, I do, a lot actually. These days with social media, you find something is just out there. First of all, they get the date wrong, even just the spelling itself, and you're like, really? And it's already out there. Why not? Or even sometimes they say there's no proofreader. Or even just the statement itself is just completely off.
Completely off.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Are you confident to go on to the next question?
Yes.
Let's do question number 4. We find out if our guest tonight, Chiza, will walk away with 4,500 kwacha, because that's what's in the bank at the moment. Which country in the world experiences the most amount of rain? Which country in the world experiences the most amount of rain? Is it Sao Tome? A. Is it B, the Democratic Republic of Congo? Is it C, Papua New Guinea? Or is it D, Colombia?
B or C, but I need to give one answer, I know. I'll go with B.
You go with B?
Yes.
Because it's closer to Zambia?
Yes. And because of, I think, is it the rainforest there? Or is it Papua that has rainforest? But then I'll go with B.
The country in the world that experiences the most amount of rainfall at 3,200 millimeters is Colombia.
Wow.
Yeah. Papua New Guinea is in the top 4 though. They've got quite rainfall. The Democratic Republic of Congo, unfortunately, is not among the top countries that experience the highest amount of rainfall.
Okay.
Yeah. We're down to 4,000 kwacha. Not so bad. Is it?
No.
Not so bad.
Hoping to get 5,000.
I completely agree. Well, we will find out if you hold on to this tally right after this break. And after this break, we get to answer the rest of the questions and get it right. You, just like Chiza, my guest tonight on Get It Right, can be a part of the show if you send a WhatsApp message to the number on your TV screen, and our producer will be able to find out if you're eligible to be a part of the show. So go right there and join us on Get It Right. Chiza, you have 4,000 kwacha at the moment, have answered 2 questions right and gotten 2 wrong. We're remaining with 6 more questions for you to hold on to this amount of money. And I would like us to get straight into question number 5.
Let's do it.
Let's find out if question number 5 is one that Chiza will be able to get right. How many stars are on the American flag? How many stars are on the American flag? Do you know the correct answer to this? Is it 45? Is it 50? Is it 52? Is it 55?
55.
How many stars are on the American flag? What is your final answer?
55.
55. The number of stars that is on the American flag representing the 50 states is B.
Oh.
We're down to 3,500 kwacha. You've gotten 3 questions out of 5 wrong and 2 correct, making the tally at the moment 3,500 kwacha. Is it still looking good? I mean, we're still above house. So.
Yeah, till the final whistleblower.
I agree. Let's move on to the next question and find out if you'll be able to maintain your tally at 3,500 kwacha. What is the language with the highest number of native speakers? What is the language with the highest number of native speakers? Is it Mandarin? Is it English? Is it Spanish? Is it D, Hindi? The language with the highest number of native speakers. Mandarin, English, Spanish, or Hindi?
Mandarin.
Mandarin? Is that your final answer?
Yes.
The language with the highest number of native speakers. Why do you think it's Mandarin?
And this one, I'm not sure. I just guessed, but
That's a guess.
Yeah, but I'll go with Mandarin.
Is this the correct guess? Yes, it is. We remain at 3,500 kwacha because Mandarin has got over 918 million people that speak it. And that probably owes to the fact that China predominantly speaks its own language. And I love the fact that you didn't for a moment think that it was English.
No. No,
but that still leaves us at 3,500 kwacha. That's a good amount of money still that you are holding on to. I'd like us to move on to the next question. Let us move on to the next question and see if you will be able to get the next question right on the show tonight. What is Harry Potter's real name? Do you know the correct answer to this?
Yes, I read it recently, but looking at those answers, you put them confused.
David Radcliffe, Daniel Radcliffe, Derek Radcliffe, Dobie Radcliffe. We know one thing for sure is that it's Radcliffe.
Yeah. I'll go with B.
You go with B.
Yes.
Daniel.
Yes.
Is that the correct answer? Is that Harry Potter's real name? That is the correct answer. Daniel Radcliffe. Yeah, we're still holding on to 3,500 kwacha. That is really good. I've got to tell you though that that's the highest amount of money that somebody has ever walked away with on this show.
Wow.
In the first and second episodes of Get It Right. And so you've got the chance to be right at the top with the other record breaker. Keeping our fingers crossed now, aren't we? Yes. You've held on to 3,500 kwacha. This means that if this is the case up until the end of the episode, you will be right at the top with the record breakers on the show because no one has ever walked away with anything more than 3,500 kwacha. Yeah, fingers crossed, right? And are you feeling confident that we'll hold on to this? Because we have 3 more questions for us to conclude.
As long as they're not hard.
Well, there's one thing they say about a quiz is that a question is only hard if you don't know the answer.
Yeah.
You consider yourself, Chiza, to be a person that can hold a conversation. You know, I've never in my life ever met somebody that says that. Most times, people consider themselves, you know, everybody these days consider themselves introverts and that kind of thing. How do you consider yourself a person that will hold on to a conversation?
Because maybe I talk too much. I don't know. I just like to talk.
Do you?
No, there's no point of being quiet when you're with people. It's to talk, get to know people. That way you find out interesting things about life, the world, and everything else. And like if you keep to yourself.
Do you find people that are quite irritating?
Yes, a lot actually. Yeah, people are irritating, yeah, but I'm sure even I am, but you know, you.
But I'm talking about quiet people. Do you find them irritating?
No, they're not irritating, no, because that's that. Well, it's that's them. That's what they. That's how they are. So it's just to leave them. If they don't want to talk, you leave them. But you try talk. If they don't, you leave them. Move on to the next thing.
Move on to the next.
Yeah.
We will move on to the next question, but only after we take this break on Get It Right tonight. Chiza is our guest on the show tonight. She's holding on to 3,500 kwacha because she keeps on getting these questions right in the tally. She's got 3 more questions to hold on to this amount of money. Will she get it right? Welcome back to Get It Right. Thank you for staying tuned to the show tonight. Our guest is Chiza, and she stands a chance of walking away with 3,500 kwacha. We started off the show by giving her 5 grand. Unfortunately, she's lost some of that money, and that's because she's gotten 3 questions wrong. But the good thing is she still has 3,500 kwacha that she could walk away with, but only if she can answer the remaining 3 questions correctly. So far, Chiza, when you look at the questions, are these some of the questions that you expected to have on the show tonight?
No, but from watching the show, it's to expect anything.
You could expect anything.
Yeah, anything.
There's some people that feel, you know, like even if it's general knowledge, there should be some kind of a, I don't know how that works, but some people feel there's a certain expectation. What was your expectation when you were coming on?
I was just expecting anything because I think when you're coming for search, it's just to read widely and just be knowledgeable, and that's what matters. Yeah. And
is that kind of your thing? You know, like you just have an interest in everything and read.
Yes.
That's just your kind of personality.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good thing. Let's get closer to finding out if you can hold on to this tally, and we move on to the next question. Let's find out if you will get this one right. Name Zambia's largest province in area. Name Zambia's largest province by area. Is it Western Province? Is it Northwestern Province? Is it Lusaka Province? Is it D, Southern Province?
I'll go with Western Province.
You go with Western Province? Is there a particular reason why you think it's the west side of the country that's got the largest area?
I'm just guessing this one. I have no idea, but I think it's Western Province.
I think it's Western Province. Is it Western Province, the largest province in Zambia by area? With 126,000 square kilometers. It is Western Province. Lusaka Province is the smallest of the 10 provinces that we have in the country. Western Province taking up that spot. But also, the good news is you maintain 3,500 kwacha. With only 2 more questions to go, I have to tell you that is really impressive for the show. Are you feeling yourself? Yes. I would. I mean, I definitely would, because people do tumble on the show, and as statistics stand at the moment, you're among the people that have had the best performance on episodes of Get It Right. Let's move on to the next question before we remain with the final question on the show tonight. On which day did Dr. Kenneth Kaunda die? On which day did Dr. Kenneth Kaunda die? We know for a fact that it was last year, 2021. Was it on the 13th of June, 2021, or on the 13th of July, 2021? Was it 17th June, 2021, or was it 17th July, 2021? So 2 options for June 13th and 17th June 2021, 2 options for July 13th and 17th July 2021. These are all significant days in Zambia, but which day is commemorated as the death of Dr. Kenneth Kaunda?
I think it's in July. I'm not sure about the day. I'll go with D, 17th.
You go with D, 17th July. Is that also a guess?
Because I know it was towards it was somewhere close to August, but anyway, 17th July. I'll go with 17th July.
The correct answer on the day on which Dr. Kenneth Kaunda died is the 17th of July. We have held on to 3,500 kwacha this far. That's good news. That's good news that you've held on to this amount of money this far, and it signifies that you have one more question to hold on to this lead. Do you think you'll be able to do that?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, yeah? We will be able to do it, and take a look at whether or not you're going to walk away with 3,500 kwacha. When you were coming onto the show, how much money do you think you were going to walk away with?
I was hoping for 5,000, but knowing how the show goes, the least amount I was thinking of walking out was going to be 2,000 kwacha.
Yes. You kind of you're like 4 questions. I think I can.
Yes.
I think I can get 4 questions. Yes. Well, so far you are guaranteed to walk away with 3,000 kwacha, and it's the last question that we have that is going to guarantee a possibility of you walking away with 3,500 kwacha. Let's talk a little bit about you as well. Just before we started the show, we were talking about how there's some sort of a difference between women and men in the outlook. And you said something interesting that I want to find out from you. You are very much concerned about shoes. Why is that? Why is that the case?
Shoes. People start looking at you from your shoes going up.
Is it? Yeah. People don't start from the face?
No, I mean, I start from the shoes. I'm like, okay.
What do you think about my shoes?
They're nice. I like them.
Yeah?
Yeah,
okay, you're not being polite.
No. And they're clean. They're nice and clean.
Okay, that's a good thing. So you are a huge fan of shoes. I mean, I like your shoes as well.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm a very huge fan of shoes. If you want to give me a present, give me a shoe or a handbag.
Shoes or handbags?
Yes, then it will be.
That means no surprises. It's just, you're just like, it's Chiza's birthday. Oh, guys, all of us should get her pairs of shoes.
Oh, well, that's welcome. I would love them. I love shoes and handbags. I love shoes and handbags.
Oh, okay, that's great. Are you ready for us to finally see how much money you're walking away with tonight?
Yes.
Let's take a look at our final question on Get It Right tonight. What's it gonna be? Which is Zambia's first privately owned commercial radio station? Which is Zambia's first privately owned commercial radio station? You are like, I know this.
Yeah, Radio Phoenix.
Okay, she didn't even have to wait for the multiple choice. Is it Hot FM, Radio Phoenix, QFM, or 5FM? That is the correct answer. You are walking away with 3,500 kwacha. Yes, congratulations. That is the highest amount of money that anybody has walked away with on this show. There's only 3 of you in the episodes of the show that have walked away with 3,500 kwacha. How are you feeling?
Very good.
Very good?
Yes.
You are only the second female to feature on the show.
Oh, wow.
And, well, you are the highest female to get that amount of money because the other 2 are males.
Makes me proud.
Makes you proud. I bet you are. Huge congratulations to you, Chiza.
Thank you so much.
Chiza Musoka Mazunda has been our guest tonight on Get It Right. She walks away with 3,500 kwacha. She didn't walk away with 5,000 kwacha, but did pretty well and is definitely above average, answering 7 out of 10 questions right. Do you feel confident to be a part of Get It Right? Join us next weekend. If you'd like to be a part of the show, send us a WhatsApp message on the available numbers and join me, Dingindava, Jonah, Buyoya. Good night.